Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a haul video that I actually don't feel guilty about for once. I'm going to show the books that I have been borrowing from the library lately. Some I have already read, some I haven't read. I'll get into that. So let's get started. I used to go to the library quite often, and as a matter of fact I still really go to the library, but I feel like since I started booktubing, my focus has switched from borrowing a lot of books from the library to just trying to collect as many as I can for myself to have in my own personal collection. What I used to do when I went to the library is I would read a book, and then if I really enjoyed it, I would buy my own personal copy of it, reread it, and then keep it on my collection. Now I feel like I just mainly focus on trying to get as many books as I can just because they sound good without like reading them beforehand or knowing much about them, and then if I don't end up liking a book, I'm kind of stuck with it. I'm trying to get back into the habit of just borrowing books from the library. You guys know I'm on a book buying ban. It hasn't really been going that well. I'm sure none of us are shocked at that, to be honest. The first two books are books that I already read earlier this month, and they are graphic novels. I've been trying to get a little bit more into graphic novels. I do read a lot of manga, but I never really read comic books, like American comic books or any graphic novels, until I read Mouse last year, and I absolutely love this book. It is fantastic. Highly recommend it for any of you guys who are interested. I don't recommend reading this in public places though, because I did read it on the bus a lot, and I got a lot of very concerned stares from people. I got two books that I got as recommendations from people that I've been seeing around on YouTube and on Goodreads. So the first book that I got was Anya's Ghost by Vera Broskol. It's about a girl who falls into this well and she meets a ghost down there, and then when she gets rescued from the well, the ghost kind of follows her around and starts interfering with her life. It was okay. I'll definitely give you guys more of an in-depth review in my wrap-up video. The second graphic novel that I bought from the library is Fables Volume 1. I have heard a lot of things about this series here in BookTube. It's basically about fairy tales who have been exiled from their realm into the human world, and here they have developed their own system, their own kind of government system within New York City. When I heard about this premise, I kind of thought of Once Upon a Time, and I love that show, so I kind of wanted to give this a shot because of that, but it is completely different. I would say this is more kind of a crime graphic novel. I do like the character. I do like Snow White. I feel like she's a very strong female character. You guys know I love my strong female characters, but I'm not entirely sure I am going to continue reading this. Next two books are going to come as no surprise to any of you guys, and they are two books from the Throne of Glass series. The first one is Crown of Midnight, which is the second book in the Throne of Glass series, and then The Assassin's Blade, which this cover I am obsessed with. I am going to own this book eventually. You guys know I love this series. I love Selena. She's a badass, and I want to see her with Kale. Another book that I borrowed is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I know that a lot of people have kind of named this as one of their favorites for the year, and I'm just very excited to read this. All I know about this book is that it takes place in a future world where people would actually rather live in this game society rather than live in the actual world, and I want to find out about it, and like I said, a lot of people really liked it, so I want to read this. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read this. And then the last book is a book that I am very excited about because I have heard amazing things about it, and I was very tempted to actually buy this book for myself, but I resisted and I borrowed it from the library instead. It is Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. It just sounds amazing. I've heard great things about this. I think it's a trilogy, and I really want to read it because it just sounds so good. I have so many books to read, guys. So many books to read. So those were the 6 books that I have borrowed from the library this month. And that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry about it being late, but I did get some amazing news yesterday, and I just celebrated. I didn't really feel like filming, I didn't really feel like editing. I was gonna go out and drink or something, but I ended up just staying home watching Netflix, which is fine because I enjoy Netflix, so that's perfectly okay. So that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out all of the links down in the bottom bar. I have left links for all the books that I mentioned, as well as all of my social media sites. Yada yada yada, you guys know the drill. That's it for now. Bye guys. it is September and I don't know how many of you actually know this, but next week is going to be Banned Books Week.